Imagine stepping into 2025 with a clear mind and an abundance of powerful energy like never before. The upcoming year doesn't have to be just another year passing by. It can be the most extraordinary, happiest, and profoundly transformative year of your life, a year where everything changes, not due to luck, but because of your choices and actions. Have you ever considered that lasting happiness could arise from small yet meaningful changes in your perception of life? Stoic philosophy has demonstrated for centuries that we don't need to control everything around us to find peace, we only need to control ourselves. And 2025 can be the year you achieve that, a year where you not only live, but truly embrace the essence of happiness. In this video, I will share with you 15 lessons from Stoic philosophy, lessons that have aided millions in facing adversity, finding peace, and achieving mental freedom. Each lesson is a gift, an opportunity to transform your life in ways you've never imagined. Stay until the end of the video, because even one lesson could make a significant difference. If you're ready, leave a comment saying, "In 2025, I will be happiest," and watch the video through to the end. Together, let's embark on a journey to make 2025 the happiest year of your life. Number 1. Create a clear map for 2025. 2025 won't automatically become the happiest year of your life. It depends on what you do today. The first step is to create a clear roadmap for the future. Without a map, we risk losing our way amid life's crossroads, swept up in chaos and losing our sense of direction. Conversely, when you set clear, specific, and detailed goals, you lay the foundation for turning them into reality. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." This quote reminds us that vague goals are like drifting aimlessly at sea without knowing where you're headed. To make 2025 meaningful, you need goals shaped by the SMART principles: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For instance, instead of saying, "I want to be healthier," set a specific goal like, "I will walk 5,000 steps a day for the first 3 months of the year." A goal like this is not only measurable, but also achievable and time-bound. To maintain motivation, create a vision board with images of trails you want to explore or pictures of yourself enjoying a morning jog under the warm sunlight. Don't forget to maintain a daily reflection habit and ask yourself, "Did I get closer to my goal today?" These moments of reflection not only keep your life map clear, but also help you adjust and ensure you stay on track. With clarity, you're not just shaping 2025, you're crafting a journey where every single day feels fulfilling. Set goals, write them down, and take small steps. You'll arrive at the destination you desire. Number 2. Brain transformation in 90 days. Imagine waking up every morning filled with clarity, confidence, and an unshakable sense of purpose. The truth is that just 90 days of intentional focus can reshape your mind, transforming not only how you think, but how you feel about life itself. The Stoics believed that mastering your thoughts was the key to mastering your destiny. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." The journey to a transformed mind unfolds in 3 phases, each lasting 30 days, meticulously designed to build on one another. The first phase focuses on cultivating positive emotions, involving a shift in your mental lens to gratitude, mindfulness, and self-compassion. Start by journaling 3 things you're grateful for daily, no matter how small. This seemingly simple habit rewires your brain to notice the good in life, replacing negativity with optimism. The second phase is about envisioning and reinforcing your ideal self. Here, you craft a vivid mental image of the person you aspire to become, someone calm, confident, and resilient. Spend a few minutes each morning visualizing yourself embodying these traits, pairing this with affirmations or actions that align with your vision, such as practicing deep breathing to stay centered during challenges. Over time, this alignment strengthens your sense of identity and purpose. The final phase solidifies these habits into your daily routine. Like the roots of a tree digging deeper into the soil, your new practices become part of who you are. By the end of 90 days, gratitude becomes second nature, self-belief feels effortless, and calm resilience defines your response to stress. For example, consider the simple act of walking in nature. During the first 30 days, use your walks to appreciate the beauty around you, a colorful leaf, the sound of birds, and the fresh breeze. In the second phase, let each step reinforce your identity as someone who prioritizes peace and mindfulness. By the final phase, walking becomes not just an activity but a ritual that keeps you grounded, centered, and connected to the world. In just 90 days, this practice can transform how you navigate life, proving that with focus and intention, even the most profound changes are within your reach. Will 2025 be the happiest year of your life? Only if you choose to start now. Number 3, practice gratitude daily. Gratitude is not just an action, it is a perspective, a way of living that has the power to transform everything. In Stoic philosophy, Epictetus once said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This quote reminds us that instead of focusing on what we lack, we should look at what we have and cherish it. Imagine your life as a tapestry woven from moments, small yet precious: health, friendship, family, opportunities to learn and grow. When we pause to be grateful for these gifts, the world transforms from a place of scarcity into a treasure trove of abundance. A prime example is the story of Sarah Ban Breathnach, author of the book Simple Abundance Star. During a period of crisis in her career and finances, she challenged herself to practice daily gratitude journaling. Every evening, she recorded 5 good things she experienced that day, whether it was a delicious meal or a moment of peace. This small habit gradually transformed her outlook on life. Instead of focusing on hardships, she found joy in simple things, regaining the motivation and inner strength to overcome adversity. Moreover, gratitude is also key to building and strengthening relationships. When we express appreciation for those around us, they feel seen and valued, fostering deeper connections. So, have you ever asked yourself, what am I grateful for today? Take a few minutes each day to jot down positive things or simply say thank you to someone. It's a simple yet powerful practice. Comment practicing gratitude if you're ready to make 2025 the happiest year of your life. And number 4, use brain plasticity. Did you know that our brain is like a forest? In this forest, the old trails represent negative thought patterns formed by habits or past experiences. These trails are easy to walk, but every time we tread on them, we unknowingly reinforce negativity in our minds. The miraculous thing is that our brain is not fixed, it has the ability to change and adapt, a characteristic known as neuroplasticity. Science has proven that with discipline and persistence, we can carve out new pathways of thinking within 90 days. If we repeatedly focus on positive thoughts and intentional actions, the old trails will gradually fade, making way for new paths that lead to peace and happiness. Take the story of Mark, a young British entrepreneur who was once trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and the pressure to succeed. Every time a project failed to meet expectations, he would revert to the thought, "Maybe I'm not good enough to do this." These negative thoughts became well-trodden paths in his mind, leaving him feeling weighed down and unmotivated. But then Mark came across the concept of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change. This sparked hope in him. Determined to make a change, Mark started with a simple habit. Every morning, he spent 10 minutes writing down 3 things he was grateful for, no matter how big or small. Sometimes it was just the morning sunlight streaming through the window or an encouraging email from a colleague. While it felt strange at first, Mark persevered. After a few weeks, he realized he was no longer as easily swept away by negative thoughts as before. The self-critical voices in his head began to fade, replaced by confidence and a sense of pride in his accomplishments. In just 90 days, the changes were evident, not only in his mindset, but also in how he communicated and worked. Mark started making decisive choices with calmness and optimism. Mark's story is a vivid testament to the fact that with discipline and perseverance, we can change the way we perceive the world and ourselves. Your brain is a forest, and you are the one who decides which new paths to blaze. Have you ever wondered how many times we have postponed something simply because we felt unready? The truth is, perfection doesn't exist, and every time you wait for it, you're only losing opportunities. Lesson number 5 will help you realize that acting immediately, even if it's just a small step, is the key to unlocking amazing possibilities. Don't miss this, as it could be the beginning of a life-changing journey. Number 6. Restructuring thinking through iteration. Positive thinking is not a destination, but a continuous process built step by step. Just like training muscles, right thinking becomes a habit when repeated long enough. Each time we re-establish this mindset, it is a rebirth in our lives. Even the smallest change can create a lasting impact if we persist and have a clear method. Repeating small actions, seemingly meaningless, will gradually build solid confidence in our abilities. One of the most effective tools to maintain positive thinking is to use anchors, small reminders that help us recall our goals and ideals. These could be a word, a gesture, or even a small note in a notebook that reminds us of our successes, no matter how small. These anchors can become psychological supports, helping us never lose our way. Marie Curie, the famous scientist and the first person to win 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different fields, constantly faced challenges in her research career. Through persistence and repeated experiments, she overcame countless failures in her research on radioactive substances. Throughout her research years, she was never discouraged by challenges and criticisms from those around her. Marie Curie viewed each failure as an essential part of her scientific exploration journey. Her seriousness and perseverance in maintaining experimental methods became the foundation for her later great successes. The detailed notes and writings in her research diary were the anchors that kept her believing in her abilities, no matter how harsh the circumstances. Seneca's Stoic philosophy affirmed that we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This emphasizes that fear and anxiety about outcomes are often the reasons we procrastinate and give up. But when we change our way of thinking and create a solid path through repetition and anchors, we can eliminate negative factors and focus on what truly matters. Practicing positive thinking is not just a choice, but a life strategy that helps us become stronger and more confident versions of ourselves in any situation. When you start applying positive thinking every day, you'll find that 2025 could become the happiest year of your life. As each day passes, you will notice the change bit by bit, and soon you'll realize that it is you who have taken control of your life. Number 7, focus on the present. We often get caught up in a whirlwind of thoughts about the future or the past, worrying about what hasn't happened or regretting what has passed. This only leaves us feeling exhausted and lost. However, there is an undeniable truth: only the present allows us to take action and change our lives. If we do not live fully in each present moment, we lose the opportunity to move forward. Focusing on the present doesn't mean being irresponsible or having no plans for the future. It means understanding that in this moment, we can take control of what we have. Practicing mindfulness helps us connect deeply with ourselves, recognize bodily sensations and our breath, and thus reduce anxiety. When you focus on small things, such as taking deep breaths, feeling each step you take, or concentrating on a specific task, you will feel peace and abundant energy. A clear illustration of the power of focusing on the present is the story of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and one of the most famous Stoic philosophers. Despite living in a turbulent era, Marcus Aurelius continued to practice Stoicism, particularly focusing on what could be controlled in the present. In his book Meditations, he often reminded himself not to get carried away with worry about the future or stuck in the past. He wrote, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it if you have to with the same weapons of reason, which today arm you against the present." Each day, you can practice this by setting small goals in life and completing tasks one step at a time. Take a few minutes to reflect on what you've done and what you could do better. From this, you will realize that happiness does not come from what has passed or what is to come, but from the joy of enjoying the present, living fully with what is happening right now. Share with us, what do you do to focus on the present and reduce anxiety? Feel free to leave a comment below. We are always here to listen. Number 8. Align action with purpose. Living consistently between actions and intentions brings a sense of fulfillment and progress. This is an important lesson from Stoic philosophy, and if applied in life, we will see significant changes with each passing day. We not only need to take action, but also act with clear goals, with awareness of our values and principles. When our actions align with our life purpose, we not only feel satisfied, but also see ourselves making sustainable progress. To achieve this, we need to evaluate our daily habits. Are they serving the grand goals we have set for ourselves? Even small changes, when consistently applied, will help us build a lifestyle that aligns with our personal values. Only when we live true to ourselves and our goals can we experience satisfaction in every action and avoid feeling lost in life. A vivid example of this lesson is the story of James Clear, author of the book Atomic Habits. James shared that one of the small changes he made to improve his life was establishing the habit of reading every day. Each morning, instead of starting the day with pointless habits, he dedicates time to reading. His main motivation is not to read quickly or read many books, but to consistently maintain this habit, building a solid foundation for his career and personal life. This consistency not only brings knowledge, but also helps him connect deeply with his goals and values. So, let's begin by evaluating your habits. Are you living in alignment with the goals and values you want to achieve in 2025? Before we move on to the next lesson, can I ask you for a small favor? If you are enjoying what you've learned so far and are smiling right now, please hit the like button. And hey, if you haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button too. Why? Because when you like and subscribe, you are telling YouTube, hey, this content is great, and that helps spread this positive energy to more people who might need a little boost, just like you. So let's share the joy and ensure more people can join the journey of becoming their happiest selves in 2025. Now, let's continue our journey with lesson number 9. Number 9, control your inner world. In life, one of the valuable lessons taught by Stoic philosophy is that we cannot control circumstances, but we can control our reactions and emotions. This means that no matter how strongly life's challenges affect us, the way we react and feel is the only thing that truly belongs to us. This is a profound truth, and if understood, it can lead us to live a life of peace and happiness. A simple yet very practical example is dealing with conflicts in personal relationships. For instance, when we cannot avoid an argument with friends or family, it is easy for us to feel angry or hurt. However, instead of reacting impulsively with emotions, if we can pause for a moment, observe the negative thoughts invading our minds, challenge them, and replace them with thoughts that reinforce confidence and calmness, the feeling of anger can gradually subside. By focusing on more positive aspects and viewing the situation from a different angle, we can regain our peace. Moreover, focusing on the present is an important technique to minimize the impact of external circumstances. When we live fully in the present moment, instead of getting caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past, we can maintain inner peace. A simple but effective way is to focus on our breath when we feel stressed, feeling each breath passing and not allowing our minds to drift toward negative thoughts. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This is a powerful reminder that no matter how difficult or unfavorable circumstances may be, the way we handle our minds and emotions will determine our happiness. When we gain control over our inner world, we have already won in life. Number 10. Celebrate small successes. 2025 will be the happiest year of your life if you know how to recognize and celebrate small successes. Sometimes we get caught up in conquering big goals and feel pressured when we can't achieve them immediately. But remember, success doesn't always come from giant leaps. Sometimes it comes from small, meaningful steps. Imagine you're starting to learn a new language. Every day, you might only learn a few new words or a simple grammar structure. You may feel that these small advances are insignificant compared to the big goal of becoming fluent in that language. However, instead of focusing on the gap between where you are and where you want to be, celebrate each new word you've learned, each sentence you can confidently speak. It's those small moments that will help you maintain motivation and a sense of progress, even if it's minor but still important. Gratitude for each step forward, no matter how small, will create a positive spiral. You'll notice the change and progress every day, which will prevent you from feeling discouraged or exhausted when facing challenges. In fact, recognizing small successes will nurture your self-belief and perseverance. This not only helps you accomplish big goals, but also enables you to enjoy the journey rather than focusing solely on the destination. Imagine you've just completed a workout after a week of rest. Even though it was just a simple session, it could be a sign of a strong comeback, marking your determination to regain your fitness. These small successes not only create a sense of satisfaction, but also strengthen your motivation to keep moving forward. The next step in your journey is to build a support system that ensures you not only celebrate small wins, but also can measure and track your progress. How can you maintain long-term motivation and gain a clear view of your next steps? Let's explore in number 11. Number 11. Build a support and measurement system. One of the important lessons to make 2025 the happiest year of your life is to build a support system and track progress. Change is not a moment but a long journey that requires patience, discipline, and especially the companionship of a positive environment and like-minded individuals. The supportive community, along with reflecting and measuring what you have done, will serve as the compass guiding this journey. Imagine you want to start a healthy lifestyle, such as running every morning. If you do it alone, you might be full of energy and determination in the first few days, but by the 7th day, the alarm clock will gradually lose its meaning. However, if you join a running group where members share both joys and challenges, you will be motivated to continue. Moreover, if every evening you take a few minutes to write down how many kilometers you ran today, how you feel, and what you could do better tomorrow, you will not only maintain discipline but also clearly see your progress. The combination of motivation from the community and daily measurement will help you sustain good habits in the long run. Stoic philosophy has long emphasized the importance of living in a community and self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Ask yourself, how have you made the most of that privilege today? Simple questions like this not only help you realize the value of each day, but also remind you to maintain discipline and improve yourself little by little. The journey to happiness is not a sprint, but a marathon. With a good support system and regular self-reflection, you will not only change your habits, but also transform yourself, making 2025 truly the most memorable year. Number 12, building future identity. You could be strong, determined, and full of wisdom, everything you've ever dreamed of becoming. But will that dream remain just a dream, or can you turn it into reality by embodying the identity you envision? The answer lies in this: act as if you are already that person. This isn't just a theory, it's a proven technique that can transform your life from the inside out. Visualizing a detailed version of your ideal self helps your brain form new patterns. When you repeatedly imagine this version of yourself every day, your brain becomes accustomed to this state and begins to perceive it as reality. This encourages you to act in alignment with this new image, creating habits that lead to growth. In other words, if you want to be confident, act as though confidence is already within you. Repetition not only shifts perception, but also changes your life. Take the story of Jim Carrey, one of the world's greatest comedians. When he was still an unknown actor, he wrote himself a check for $10 million and noted that it was payment for his acting work. Every day, he envisioned himself succeeding, performing on grand stages, and being recognized by audiences. After years of persistence, that dream came true. He received a paycheck for exactly that amount for his role in the famous movie Dumb and Dumber Star. So, have you imagined your ideal self yet? Picture it vividly in detail and act as though you are already that person. Share in the comments below what version of yourself you want to become in 2025 and what will be the first step to making it happen. Together, we'll embark on a meaningful journey. Number 13. Break the dependence on past emotions. Have you ever felt trapped in the emotions of the past? A lingering anxiety over what has already happened, or deep regret over past decisions. These negative emotions are like invisible chains holding us in a place where time has long moved on. But if you want 2025 to be the happiest year of your life, the first step is to free yourself from these shackles. Stoic philosophy teaches that emotions are not enemies but opportunities to learn. Instead of reacting unconsciously, identify them. When anxiety arises, don't try to avoid or resist it, face it directly and ask yourself, does this fear truly control me, or is it merely a phantom in my mind? Epictetus, one of the Stoic philosophers, said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them." It is our perception of events, not the events themselves, that creates our pain. A story that illustrates this is Anna, a writer who failed to publish her first book. Her failure plunged her into regret and insecurity, leaving her unable to write for 2 years. One day, she began practicing gratitude every morning, writing down 3 things she was thankful for. At the same time, she learned to observe her emotions without letting them control her. Over time, the grip of failure loosened, and she started writing again, eventually publishing a book that became a bestseller. The lesson from this story is clear: focusing on the present, practicing gratitude, and calmly confronting emotions can free you from the influence of the past. And if you're ready to take this journey further, the next lesson will open a special door. Number 14. Break unconscious patterns. Our lives are often dominated by unconscious thought patterns and negative habits that repeat without conscious control. Statements like, "I can't do it," or "I'm not worthy" are not truths but products of limiting beliefs planted in our minds over the years. But did you know these patterns can be replaced? The key lies in mindful observation and practice to substitute them with positive thought patterns. Imagine Jake, an office worker haunted by a fear of failure. Throughout his career, Jake often declined big opportunities due to a limiting belief, "I'm not good enough." Minor criticisms from the past had gradually taken root in his mind, creating an unconscious pattern that left Jake feeling perpetually inadequate. However, everything began to change when he stumbled upon a quote by Marcus Aurelius, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Inspired by Stoic philosophy, Jake embarked on a journey to reframe his mind. Each morning, he spent 10 minutes writing down his negative thoughts and replacing them with positive affirmations. When preparing for a major meeting, instead of thinking, "I'm going to mess this up," he told himself, "I've prepared thoroughly, and I'm capable of succeeding." Jake also practiced visualizing himself confidently presenting to his colleagues. Within just a few months, these small changes made a significant difference. Jake no longer felt imprisoned by his old fears. He realized that his mindset was the most powerful tool for overcoming any obstacle. As a result, Jake not only succeeded at work, but also felt freer and happier than ever. Replacing limiting beliefs isn't just about discarding the old, it's also about building the new. The consistent practice of visualization and positive affirmations is the bridge that takes you from the present to a happier future. Remember, you are not a prisoner of negative thinking. 2025 can be your happiest year yet if you dare to break free from unconscious patterns and reshape your mind with the strength of Stoic philosophy. And number 15, let go of what no longer serves you. The year 2025 will be a happy one if you learn to let go of things that no longer serve your goals and values. Whether it's a relationship, a habit, or an outdated mindset, freeing yourself from unnecessary burdens is not a failure, but a courageous act to make room for growth and renewal. We often resist change out of fear of loss or the comfort of temporary security. But ask yourself, does this truly serve my purpose? If the answer is no, holding on will only make you stagnant and lost. Letting go is an opportunity to envision a broader future. Like a boat, you cannot set sail if you are anchored in familiar waters where there is nothing left to explore. Think about the story of Emily, a talented interior designer. She once worked for a large company, but the fiercely competitive environment and projects that didn't align with her creative values left her feeling stuck. Every morning, she told herself, "I can't quit this job because it's all I know." But over time, the frustration seeped into every aspect of her life, affecting her mental health and relationships. One day, in a moment of despair, she asked herself, "Does this job truly serve my purpose?" The answer was a clear no. Emily decided to quit, despite her fears. She spent a few months rediscovering herself, connecting with like-minded people, and starting a small business where she could fully dedicate herself to her creativity. Today, Emily is not only successful, but also living a more fulfilling life. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning everything. It's about being selective and holding on to what truly matters. When you dare to release what no longer fits, you'll find that happiness and freedom are always waiting ahead. So, we've explored 15 lessons from Stoic philosophy that help you build a strong mindset, control your emotions, and live a meaningful life. If you apply these lessons, 2025 is sure to become a year full of happiness and personal growth. Stoicism is not just a philosophy, it's a guiding compass to help you overcome every challenge in life. Now, take a moment to think, among the 15 lessons we've just discussed, which one do you find most important to start practicing? Or have you already applied any of these lessons and found them effective? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like if you found this video helpful, share it to spread this philosophy to your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming videos. See you in the next inspiring video.